What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I want to do kind of a little build series. I want to build this 308 pistol in an AR platform. So I'm thinking I'll put together the lower today, and then I'll do another video where I put together the upper and build out this complete 308 pistol. So let's jump into it. So I rounded up all the parts to build a 308 pistol. I'll have a whole build list in the description. That'll link you to our website. You can go check out all the parts and pieces I use. I won't bore you with all the details right now. It'll be kind of an overview for you guys on how to do this. So let's hit the table and get this lower together. Alright, so I'm going to start throwing this lower together. I got a Luth lower parts kit minus the fire control group, and then I'm going to throw a Geisley trigger in it, a Super Dynamic Combat. I don't have one of these yet. I haven't tried one, but I've heard they're awesome. Ergo grip, Aero Precision buffer kit, and then an SB pistol brace. So I'm just going to get all these parts and pieces out. Some of the stuff in this kit I won't use because like the trigger already comes with trigger pins and stuff like that, so it's pretty self-explanatory once you've done one of these where all the parts and pieces go, or what springs go where, what detents go where, stuff like that. So I'm going to start with this front takedown or pivot pin, put that spring in there, the detent, and I'm just going to use a punch to push that in. The longer pin goes in the front, and I'll just kind of get it started in there and slowly pull my punch out. Turn that till you hear it lock, and there's the front pin in. Now do the magazine release. So take your mag catch, your large spring. Magazine catch will go in this side. Your spring, and the button. So you'll have to push, depress that spring, and then thread it in from this side into that button. Once you start getting close to rubbing on the frame itself, you're getting pretty close, so just push that button in nice and deep. Let that thing go, and then double check, make sure that that clears the side. But when you're pushing it in, it's not going to flop out over here. Now I'll do the bolt catch. It has this shorter spring with kind of the rounded over detent. This drops in the hole here. It has a threaded bolt screw instead of a roll pin that'll hold it in there. So I'll get this thing situated, kind of wiggle it around until that pin drops in. Just snugged up, you don't want it too tight. And double check function, we're good there. Okay, let's throw this trigger in now. So we'll pull this trigger pin out. Got to hold that disconnector because it's under spring tension. I'll drop that in. Get that hole lined up. And push that trigger pin in. Make sure it's in all the way and kind of flushed up on both sides. And we'll get the hammer. It says to apply some of this lube in the bore of this. So kind of push it down there till the holes line up and get this pin started. Get that pin all the way in. Okay, and now we'll do the safety selector. So we'll cock that gear back, slide that safety selector in. At the same time, we've got to put our rear takedown pin in because this spring is held in place with the grip also. So I'll put that in with the groove facing down. Take our little detent with the spring right behind it. And I'll slide this grip on, making sure that spring lines up with the hole. Then I'll get my screw with the lock washer on it, drop it right in that hole and snug it up. Make sure our safety works. Hold over the hammer with it on safe. Doesn't fire. Flip it to fire. So that works. Our takedown pin. I'm going to make sure that that detent is locked in the groove. So that's good to go. Now we'll do our buffer tube. So I'll take the castle nut, run it onto the buffer tube all the way. Throw the end plate on there. And I'll just slowly start to screw this thing on, watching where that detent's supposed to go so that I can get it started in there. Just like that. Then we'll push our end plate up, tie it against the lower, and tighten up that castle nut. Take our armorer's wrench, snug that down. Get it nice and snug, and then you can also stake this if you'd like. So we got that on there. We'll throw our buffer spring and buffer in there, like that. And then I got an SB pistol brace for this one. That we'll put on there. So that's your complete pistol lower. I do wish that these flat dark earth colors matched a little more. Alright, so that's our complete lower put together. Got the SB4 brace, that trigger installed, and all the lower parts kit. One thing you want to make sure if you're building your own, double check, make sure that safety selector is working 100% of the time. So go over it and check it. That trigger, you don't want to let that hammer go without your finger on it, without the upper on, because that could break your bolt catch and stuff like that. So keep a finger on that. And then also double check, make sure that all your detents are in correctly for your takedown pins. And then if you have a magazine, run it in there. Make sure that mag catch is working right so it's not coming loose. So that's the lower. Next video, I'm going to do the complete upper, and then we'll put this thing together, see how it turns out. In the description box, I'll put a build list for all the parts I used on this lower. It'll take you over to our website, and you can go check those parts and pieces out. I'll also link to our Instagram. As always, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.